My name is David Sloan Wilson. I'm president of the Evolution Institute and a professor of biology at Binghamton University in New York, and I'm here at the Stern Business School to participate in a workshop on Darwin's business. What does it mean to approach business from an evolutionary perspective? And the Stern School of Business is the first business school to think about business from an evolutionary perspective. That means that this perspective is very new, even though Darwin's theory is very old. And there's a whole story there. Why is it that this is a new perspective for the study of business? It turns out that although evolutionary thought has developed in the biological sciences more or less continuously since Darwin, it experienced a case of arrested development for human affairs in relation to human affairs. And that's for good reasons. We all know about social Darwinism, the view that the real consequences of Darwin's theory was survival of the fittest, and this led to policies that, for the most part, justified social inequality. And so evolution was avoided in relation to human affairs for many decades, and only recently has revived. So the idea that we might use evolution and what it tells us about us as a species and use that in a business context, that's why it is so new and only now taking place at the Stern School of Business. Well, the new center was started by Bruce Buchanan, an administrator at Stern, who was on the faculty, who is in charge of the Business and Society program and has therefore been teaching business and ethics for a long time. But he, being a widely read person, decided that this new movement of studying human behavior from an evolutionary perspective was really what needed to be taught. And so he brought in people, leaders in this field, Robert Frank, an economist at Cornell University, and then Jonathan Haidt, a social psychologist from the University of Virginia, and Jeffrey Miller and myself. So he basically transplanted some of the academic faculty that were operating in academic departments into a business school environment. And John Haidt especially is now creating a Center for Business Systems Ethics. And what that means is you cannot just teach ethics. Ethics is a systemic property. And so you need to create systems, social systems basically, which promote ethical behavior. And if you don't, then unethical behavior will be selected. It's all an evolutionary process, a cultural evolutionary process. And this workshop on Darwin's business is the first public event well, actually it's not a public event. This workshop on Darwin's business is the first conference to emerge from this center.